That's a little more than a little bit.
Okay, I got a 10-minute timer on my stream, starting screen, and I was also discussing with everyone what's going on for me. So
Yeah, that's fair.
not my fault you're not ready.
That's my fault then, huh?
Rude. Nah,
I mean, if you want me to blame you, I will.
nah, that's fine. So then, without further ado, 62.
42.
No. It's just 2 dice appeared out of nowhere. Anyways, as the team ventured forth inside of the city, a few things happened before this current event that transpire here today. One thing is that a lot of people died at the coming events of your arrival. Iskar's brother, Q's brother, reincarnated brother that may or may not be her brother anymore. It's kind of hard to tell. Iskar's half-brother, and by half, just brother in arms that was trained underneath the same mentor and teacher. Either way, you killed them off all outright. And while investigating the situation at hand, your team had decided to go and deal with a few things while investigating to make sure that the individual that Q identifies as potential threat and potential disownment of a brother was chucked into a freezing lake that was connected to a very frozen place. As it turns out, that's a big 9. The people in the group did not exactly put 2 and 2 together like I thought. So they didn't realize it was connected to the Feywild Winter Court section. So while people were discussing things and while Q entered into the area, a giant hand grabbed the body and dragged it down. While it was being dragged down, Q and Iskar bamfed into the into the Feywild itself and entered into her domain. While there, they battled for a good while, until Iscariot was more or less wanting to see who was behind all this, wanting to see that it could be prevented or stopped. Q, in the meantime, bamfed onto the other side, and with Ray's help, managed to get out of the frozen pit trap that is that lake system. Cerulean followed soon after with Morthos to the other side, where Iscariot now finds themselves trapped inside the loving embrace of 2 hands, with Bless and greater invisibility by their side. And a very, very dangerous person in front of them. As described, she is the very embodiment of Winter, and has abilities that are not magic. So with certain effects, I will try to make it as clear as possible that the spell would in no way work due to the construction of how things are done. Angry Mab, yes. And a whole bunch of winter elves that are kind of also dangerous, but not as bad as mentioned before, the living embodiment of Winter. With that in order, and with things set into stone, at least for now, Morthos, you do take your turn. Right now, it is turn order Morthos, Cerulean, Q, Zen, Iscariot, Rishana, and then Mab and their team.
Yeah, what is going on with turn order?
So, as mentioned beforehand, turn order, surprisingly enough, doesn't work if you change maps. Yeah, so I'm gonna change the map just to show you.
We could put turns on the new map and then just add whatever our.
That just wipes out the entire turn order.
Really?
He could bring all the tokens to this map, implement them into the turn order, and then
that's
still
honestly just wiping out the entire turn order and manually putting it in, which isn't a problem, I suppose, in theory.
I think that's the only way we're gonna get around this.
Yeah,
That's just so weird.
see, this is the map where turn order was initiated, so you can see it here. But currently, because Morthos is not on this plane, you can't even see Morthos' turn order, which is also dumb. Yeah, figured that one out a while ago. So,
Fire.
yeah, I'm just gonna write down the turn order. Everyone try to keep me as best closely possible to the exact order as seen now. Because I'm pretty sure I skipped a couple of you last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to do better. Iscariot. Rain. Enemy. Okay. That's the current turn order as follows. But yes, Morthos, it is your current turn.
Okay, I'm gonna be the horrible dick here, and because I do remember this, I had just ended my turn when we ended the session.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sorry, it's car.
Oh no, it's fine.
Cerulean's turn. Cerulean moves forwards, brings out, let's see here, she has 2 wands left out of that fight. No, she has all 4. -1. Dimension door has been wiped out. Looking towards the dimension. She generally can't see Iscariot, but knows that someone is bleeding out on the hands. I'm just gonna make it an intelligence roll, I suppose. 2, including her bonus. It's not that great. So she's gonna attack the big thing that looks dangerous. A bolt of electricity barks into the area, burning and thrashing within the sky. It soon thunderously roars and hits for a good amount of damage. Even with Mab's modifier, it's not enough to save her in this current turn, ironically enough. It burns and it does coil around the woman. Yeah, she'd go for a straight slab, so ironically enough, Iskar, you're fine, at least for now.
Hey.
But the wooden construct behind you is set on fire. But I'm sure I have fire here somewhere. Yes, I do. But in the meantime, we go back to the material plane. Q, after being unfrozen, your brother's body's still frozen. Ray helping you out. You are now outside of the basic pool of water, and you don't see Morthos or Iscariot or Cerulean anywhere.
I pretty much know what's going on.
It's like easily enough figured out.
So I'm gonna look at Zen and says, give me your hand.
She holds on.
And I'm going to thunder step me and
Wait.
her through the portal and as closely as I can get to the situation.
Alright, since you've been there once before, you should be able to do that just fine. Well, like, you'll be 10 feet away, but just fine enough. At the very edge of the map. Right there. Oops. Right there.
So you mark one of those hunts. Bio real quick. Hunts, go to the bios.
Oh, sorry.
Down. Okay, let's see. No, to the middle one. Is that 15 rod charges?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure how many charges I have left in that. Have you done your reaction?
No.
It's been around since Mab crushed his body before her turn, and before he before he did any other reactions.
Okay, and in that case, I'm going to, since I haven't moved any, I have 40 foot of movement. I'll move as closely as I can get to him.
All right, currently you do have true sight, so you are able to see them.
Okay, not right on top of the... Well, yeah, I guess I'll be right there at the hands.
Well, you'd be like jumping up 10 feet, I suppose.
All right, let's see. If I remember correctly, I have Bless up, correct?
You do.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to recast Bless as my bonus action because of the command cleric, the order domain cleric. But this time, let's see, there's 4 of us here.
5 including Cerulean, 4 if you don't want to include her.
It's a 3 with regular Bless, 4, 5. So I'll use another 3rd level slot on Hunts. And cast Bless at 3rd level and bless all of us here. And then I will command. Is he able to move or anything?
Right now he's considered restrained.
Okay, remind me what that stat does.
It doesn't allow him to move and any I negated the critical feature because I feel like that'd kill him. He's just unable to move until removed from the restraint.
All right. I'm going to with the bless. I'm going to have him use his command him to attack her.
Yeah, get something on.
All right.
Okay.
With True Sight, you are able to target Zold as his card. Oh man, just started.
Well, I would have already where he was because of where the bless is. Him being
no. You have True Sight on, so you're
right.
able to see him as a viable target for your blast. Not just because you already blasted him. But once more, you bless him, you bless yourself, Morthos, Cerulean, and your wife.
Yeah. And because I knew that he has that ability of his to teleport when he attacks, I knew that this would be a way for him to get out. Hence the reason I made him attack instead of Morthos or somebody.
This is true. And
yes.
Attack, I do. As the divine energy flows through, Zold moves and from the hand's grasp. And I'm gonna try and keep killing the queen.
All right. With a shotgun blast straight towards her, you manage to ring a shot through and through. Go ahead and roll damage. In the piercing gaze, it does burn into her cerebellum, close to her crown, and that quickly coats over with ice, forming not a fraction, but a clean bandage around the wounded area. Definitely did hurt. If she was a person, it definitely would have killed a normal person a couple folds over.
Before I end my turn, I'm going to look at Mab and say, probably should not have messed with us. I did say I was going to come and visit you and we were going to have a talk about your issues. So, and I'm just going to wink at her. Hinting to the fact that it was probably not a good idea to piss me off or my friends.
You did. No, wait, that's not her voice. It's more insulting. Quite right, child. You did, in fact, tell someone far older than you that you would throw some sort of tantrum right in my face. And
just perception of the perceiver.
Oh, and I am far, far older than you. As soon as she's making her speech, you do see Zen Nope, she'd go to Morthos. Because she is technically not a fighter. Goes towards Morthos, uses an advanced healing technique. That's 3d8 plus modifier and boost increments. Morthos, you heal for 24.
We did. I'm trying to remember. I apologize. I didn't write it down last time. We did establish that using the charges from my rod, those are just free actions, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll restore a 6th level spell. Hunts.
I'm assuming you're doing that on your turn.
Yeah, I would have done that on my turn. I wanted speaking before I said anything.
Yeah. She goes over to heal Morthos on her turn still. She can technically move a little bit more, so she try to get closer. Iscariot.
Yeah, you just need to subtract 6 from that 15.
What about Iscariot?
It's your turn. Also, Ray, you only had one of those.
What did Ray say? Can't quite see it on the stream.
It'd be useful if she used one of her god spells again.
Talking about Zen.
Oh yeah, Wrath of Gods spells again. Yeah.
It's a little awkward now that you got so close.
That is true.
It's her. What she normally has done. She's done this the whole time you've known her. So.
I wasn't expecting you to super teleport like that, though. I was expecting you to not be here up next to me the first round, at least.
He's planning on blowing up.
It's fine. I can't absorb anything. I'll take it. Take it like a cleric would.
You sure?
Yeah, Q kind of just like shrugs, like, "Hey, what else are you gonna do?" Kind of expected what's going on. That's gonna happen here. I think me and Zold have Death Ward on us, right?
Those. Actually, I'm not sure if you did it this.
Because I did it in the last combat.
You did it in the last combat, but I'm not sure about this combat. How long does it last? And is it concentration?
No.
It's 8 hours it lasts, and it is non-concentration.
Then I think it should still be up.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I'll go ahead and add a thing to our tokens so that we don't forget that.
All right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Q, as much as your being here has helped, I don't think I can change what it was I was going to do. Do these hands count as viable targets?
They do, dependent on what you do. Like, say, counterspell, dispel, no, but other forms, yes.
Structures. Good job, Ray.
I retrieve 3 charges of C4. And I'm gonna throw 1 charge onto each of the 3 problems here. Because they're being a problem.
Here, catch.
Just like the picture.
All right.
Just tell Mab it's a gift.
immediately setting charges in the palm, quite literally, of 2 hands. You do so.
And Mabs, Zold does like an underhanded toss so that it goes like right in front of her face. And then Misty steps straight backwards. And detonates them.
Isn't Misty Step the only one of the teleportations that you can't take someone with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like the only one I really have.
Yeah.
Well, it's level 2, so it makes sense for it to be limited.
Yeah.
All right. Go
I was
ahead and
looking
roll
at, like,
damage.
my weird class feature ones too, and they don't like ethereal step and all that. Don't even let me bring someone.
Go ahead and roll damage. I think all 3 targets are able to hit Mab, but in addition, I'm pretty sure all 3 targets are able to hit Q.
Yeah.
So Q roll dex save, and Iskar roll damage.
So
Yeah.
the dex save is only DC 14.
Yeah, but also I have Bless, just remember.
Plus modifier.
Yeah.
But I only got a +1 to my dex. Oh!
It's a fail instantly. This is for I'm on Q's sheet.
Yes, I know.
I feel so bad.
It's fine. It's
Alright.
fine.
Let's see.
24.
Okay. Yeah.
$24.
Iskar, don't forget to roll. Actually, how many times can you add bless to something?
Once.
Oh, okay, never mind then. And a sudden surge of not electricity. Well, yes, rather. A sudden surge of electricity sparks in the area. Nothing exploding just yet, but then the surge immediately hits the signal to each of the C4. Right underneath Mab, right in the palm of 2 hands, all 4, all... you said you drew out 4, Iskar. Where's the 4th one?
I only did 3. I have 4. I can only do 3.
Oh, okay.
Turn.
That makes sense. Detonate in an immediate area. The hands don't get a dex save, I'm afraid. So they immediately take the whopping 80.
He's got to hide it real quick because I did save on one of them.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm doing the math, don't worry.
Yeah.
I do think Q might still be up, actually. Because Q saved against the highest damaging one. So, takes 15. 20. One's halved.
Maybe, but I don't know if you're doing the math right. Because she saved against the 6, the 2, the 1, 1, 2, 1, and 5.
That's right. Oh no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She saved against 4, 5, 2, 6, 2. 1. Because it's each one is 6.
Oh, that's right.
So not.
I didn't do the math right.
Then you rolled. If you only did 3, then you rolled too many dice.
You're correct.
That is
I
true.
did it. So I could have just taken off from the bottom.
Yep. So you might have survived, actually.
So, yeah. You definitely survived now, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at the arms HP again.
Unless they're constructs. Doesn't the C4 have that? Does more
It does
damage?
not.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, you're thinking of a
It's
spell. A specific spell.
Shatter?
I think so,
Shatter. Yeah, that's right. I thought, yeah.
Man, I deleted them too prematurely.
No take backs.
Too bad.
Q is still up. And they took...
Wow, why can't I find them? Whatever. Here's a conjured hand.
They took 25 less.
Yeah. They immediately look broken and battered. So much so that they look completely different. But they are still up and running. So I think they were there and here. Actually, can I just Control Z this thing? Yes, I can. But it didn't get rid of the small ones. Delete. Delete. Oops. Whatever. Nope.
Winning.
Okay, I think that's what they were.
No, the one on the the left on the screen was a little bit closer to Q.
Oh, okay.
I was on
No.
down.
Like, yeah, kind of like that. That's
To the right.
probably... It was over a little bit more to the right, but that's probably fine.
Didn't be above her.
Yeah, I was.
It might not have been clipped onto it, so I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right then. Iskar, almost bringing down the house. You can tell that Mab is quite hurt, but not exactly dead. You can tell that she's definitely bloody, definitely bleeding, definitely a lot worse for wear than she has been in a very long time. And that is a good portion you're doing, but looking towards the right of you as well as south, you can tell that Q is also not doing so great. So there's that.
It's fine.
Iskar, anything else?
The person who'll be mad at him will be Zen, and we all know her fury.
She doesn't have that spell scroll anymore.
All
No,
right.
that is it for me.
All
I
right.
say, name myself again, Scariot Lux. You shall not live the day.
I really don't care who you are, child. She motions one of the hands at the end of your turn down. And as soon as that happens, technically, Q, you do have a reaction to that. If you want to, like, strike it.
I used my. Didn't I use my reaction?
I am not sure.
You just had your turn, so you still have a reaction.
Oh yeah. Let me look at my spells. My spell list.
So, whose turn is it now?
It is still
All right.
Iscariot. It's the last end of his turn. Then it'll be Ray. Sean.
Okay.
Inflict wounds on the hand. Level 5.
Iskar, can you bring up the description of the spell?
I got it. It didn't ask me if I wanted to upcast it, though.
It will once you hit the when you touch inflict wounds. It'll ask you what.
Yeah, once you hit, it'll ask you. 28 does hit, by the way.
So that's 33 points of damage to the stone. Trying to get away. And let's see, inflict wounds. Yeah, never. Yeah. I was trying to remember. I know inflict wounds, and then there's vampiric touch. And which one did the healing? So it was
It's Vampiric Touch.
vampiric touch is the one that does the healing.
Yeah.
Alright, inflict wounds. 5e. Against a creature you can reach on a target, it takes. Alright, making melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. Obviously, this is a reaction, so you're doing that with your reaction since you're a warcaster. On a hit, the target takes 3d necrotic damage.
I could have pinged it, sorry. I did the rolls and everything. I didn't realize you needed anything else.
It's fine. Nah, I'm not gonna be that mean. It's fine. Immediately, it goes down into the ground, and Q grabs onto it and disintegrates it away. I'm not going to be that mean, since technically, Eric, the best guess, construct, but bringing down the house along with it.
It's a creature that has been causing attacks to us. It's moving, so I mean, if
Yeah.
I need,
It's a good enough target. If I was a mean DM, which sometimes I am, I would so use that against you. But going back to the house, eventually, as soon as I find the map. Ray, Q and Xenarch not there.
Well, I'm gonna move up to the water and look down to see if I can see the bottom.
You can see the bottom, and there is a weird pearlescent hue to it, as if there is another side, based on everyone jumping down there or using magic to get down there. You know for a definitive fact there is another side. Either that, or they're just ditching you all this entire time.
Well, that's plausible too. Can I determine roughly about how far the bottom is?
The
While
spells
the
they've
other
been
side is?
Yeah, the spells they've been using, examining, looking at it, you know that... Oh, you cast Thunderstep. Would that have hit Ray?
yeah,
Yes, I rolled damage for it and everything.
would have taken.
16.
Well, they had to make the save too, so he could have resisted half of it.
What kind of save is it?
Dex. Or is
Yeah.
it con?
My DC is I think 18.
Okay. Pat.
You pass, so you take half.
8 damage.
8.
But yes, taking the damage of the spell that Q has inflicted upon you by accident or other, you can tell that dimension of that spell does lead 90 feet out. Based on the parameters of the current situation at hand, you still pass even if it was a con save. You know at least 90 feet to get in and out of both sections, depending on how Q was doing things. You can tell, because Ray's pretty smart, that the max distance would be what you need to not get hit from the other side. But based on how Q was being cautious the first time, you could probably do it with 60, maybe 30, but probably not 30.
Or Dimension Door.
Or Dimension
Either
Door.
one.
That's true.
Because I don't think Ray has Thunderstep.
I have it, just not prepared.
Oh, okay. I'm using some of the spells that Mab gave me herself against her.
So, quick question. It says you teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive at exactly the spot desired. Could I just desire to be teleported within 10 feet of Morthos?
Yeah, in theory. Like, all of that description fits the parameters of the spell. And it's...
I'll
and
give that a shot then.
Yeah, and as long as it's within the distance, it should work.
Which is 500 feet.
Yeah. Do you bring any of the dead bodies along with you, or any of the unconscious but alive people?
Nah, they can stay here.
That's fair.
We brought them here for a reason. I hope.
You hope. You bath into the other side immediately next, or at least around 10 feet of Morthos. Right there.
And Ray lets out an exasperated sigh at seeing the trouble everyone's gotten themselves into.
All right. Since everyone is on the same map, I am going to delete the turn order and make it a new one. As of right now, it is Ray, enemies, Morthos, Cerulean, Q, Zen, Iskar.
And what are all these elves doing? Can I see them?
They are immediately looking at you. All have bows and arrows pronged at their potential enemies, your allies, or teammates. Some of them look worse for wear. To the right side.
I'll cast Spiritual Weapon and have it appear next to Mab.
All right. A large spectral weapon managed to get into the side of Mab, right smack dab in the middle of the epicenter. With a large swing, the spiritual blade, or whatever you conjure up, ladle this time.
What was that?
Ladle this time. Maybe spoon.
Oh, no. A sword.
With a spectral sword, slams into her right side. It does slam into her right side, but surprisingly enough, it does not sink in. Whatever she's made out of, is that an addition?
Yeah, I forgot to have my Dragon's Wand damage modifier checked.
Oh, so that's the damage modifier, not the roll modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. Surprisingly enough, she is a lot sturdier than you would imagine. It simply sinks to the right side of her, underneath her breast, more or less, like her right side. Honestly, why am I describing it even more? But it does not sink into her flesh.
So it didn't manage to cleave her cleavage?
No.
And that'll be it for me.
All right, at the end of your turn...
That button that we were
I'm gonna move it
discussing, I feel like I might need it now.
All right, for some reason it moved everyone in turn order. Let's see. It's a good thing I wrote it down. Ray, enemy, Morthos. Iskar, what are you doing there?
Jumping the queue.
Cerulean,
Literally.
Oh, shut up.
Q, Zen, and Iskar. Okay. At the end of your turn, you can tell that the immediate hand next to Q goes and swipes in for her. Let's see here.
Yeah, my AC. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Sinking in, it does then constrict all 5 fingers upon you and crushes in. Q, at this point in time, after the initial assault has been stricken upon you, I want you to go ahead and roll a strength saving throw to try to bridge your... That's a weird way of phrasing it. To try to break out of the hand's grip strength.
Don't forget. Well, yeah, nope.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Thankfully enough, there's not 2 this time, so you only take Oni. You only take 3 D10 plus 15. Only.
Goodbye, world.
You immediately go down and immediately rise
Death ward
back up.
triggers.
Yes. Back to 1.
Okay. Mechanic question. Do I?
You never go unconscious.
That's
so
okay.
you.
It's
Yeah.
like you got winded and immediately bring yourself back. You're not unconscious. You're just hazy, and then you immediately snap back into.
Three.
And you pass your DC save.
That is true.
Your concentration check, so you're good.
Yeah, and plus, plus with the bless anyway. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Ray, anything else? I think you said no before, but it might have been trigger happy there.
Nope, that would be it for me.
Unfortunately, it is now the enemy's turn. Okay. Looking towards the situation at hand, one group will immediately just target Iskar. There's like no way around that. Sorry, Iskar. Hovering over and around you.
Can they see me?
yeah, can they see him?
That's true. They can't, but that's not what I'm mad about. Immediately
Enlightenment.
looking at the most winded, hurt individual enemy, they will go and surround Q.
Come, my pretties. Come.
One gets pretty close to the group. The other adjacent enemies go and target the new spellcaster, as they are the most viable targets. Morthos, can you remind me what you hit some of them with?
That. 1 second.
The prismatic kid.
No, it's synaptic static. So those that have the little skull, broken skull,
Mhm.
for the next minute, they have to roll a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. It can try and make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success.
Okay. Well, 3 will immediately try to take pot shots at Q. Even with the restraint, it's not at advantage. Technically, I think.
Yeah, no. The advantage is paralyzed, right? The what, like
I think so.
that hits.
You have that backwards actually. I think.
Oh, is it?
I think restrained gives.
Yeah, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and a restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed.
I'm unconscious after the first attack.
However, does this big hand give Q any cover from
Yeah.
arrows?
Technically, isn't it?
I would say yeah. I'd say like a +1, maybe 2. So the first 2 shots miss, but the last one does hit. So the last
Did
one
you-
brings you down.
Now, is that one of the ones that is affected by synaptic static?
It's not. I'm afraid it's the group to the left. Yeah, it'd be that one. Like if you're going up to down. Up to down. I mean, I'm technically right, but that's not a good sentence. Bringing Q down and unconscious in the grip of. Oh no. The enemy's hand.
Eh.
The adjacent one next to Cerulean brings out their long sword, just goes to try to stab her.
Everybody loses bless.
Does not hit Cerulean. Iskar, your bless is gone. Gone. Sorry, Marthos, you never got a chance to use it.
Whatever.
It's fair. Other adjacent enemies, 2 will attack Ray, 2 will attack Morthos. Here are Ray's. The ones closest to the group will attack with simple bows and arrows. 22 and 19 do hit Ray, I'm afraid, unless you do something to counteract that.
Nope, can't get my AC high enough.
Okay. Thankfully enough, it's only 1d6 plus 7. But you get hit twice with that. So that's a total of 23. As they simply pierce into your side and crush into your body. But the other 2 do get a chance to strike as well. But not as great, because Morthos potentially took care of that. Let's see, -6, so I'm just going to remove it from their bonus. That's a natural 1, and that's a 6. They don't even come close. The last enemy, however, is a winter goddess. Man, would she be petty or would she be self-preserving?
I mean, she might. To be honest, I did kind of piss her off.
It's time like this, I really don't like being the DM. Yeah, she would be petty. Immediately, she raises her hand, and quite literally the hand that's pinned inside. Well, the hand that is Q, that she's pinned inside. Raising it above, she will take her... Yeah, she will take her action to raise it into the sky. And immediately, she grips her hand so tight that it draws blood from her own palm. As soon as that happens, Q, you immediately take an initial 100 points of health down, which theoretically would not kill you, but she raised you high in the sky. How high? Roughly around 20 feet. So being crushed is an immediate death. Safe, just gone.
And so that's a crit, so I'm dead.
And then you fall as she lets it go.
Dead.
You hit
Because
the ground, and
Well,
you are no longer moving.
Automatic crit on 2 death saves, and then hitting the ground's another death save. So I'm dead.
Morthos.
Let's see, what do I have? Oh yeah, I'm out of a... I don't have any diamonds.
Yeah, I think we're all out of diamonds.
Speak for yourselves. I have diamonds.
Zen is also out of
Okay.
damage. Well, she also is out of money. Currently.
I've still got some.
Yay! Ray to the rescue.
Potentially.
Now we just need some of us survive this.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do here.
No problem. While you do that, I'm looking up what happens to you when you die in the Feywild. Like, for no reason.
Yeah,
a
for no reason. After someone just died.
yeah. She almost before I was almost insta killed before the drop because you take isn't it is it either is it if you take your full amount of damage while dead you're killed or is it double your
It's
max?
double while you're conscious. Like your max.
So negative your max HP. And you went to negative 100 out
Plus-
of negative 124.
Which, surprisingly enough, in D&D terms, did not outright kill you. It just hurt you really bad. But then the drop, the hand just letting you fall down. Well, yeah, that actually does. Just need to move your token there.
How far was the drop?
30 feet.
Owie.
How much damage is that?
3d6.
3d6, I think.
But that any more damage would have killed you.
Yeah.
Technically, I used her secondary action to just be petty and drop you. But if you want actual numbers, 11.
Doesn't actually matter, but dead anyway.
You know what? We're gonna go for this. I gotta cast it at. I accidentally closed my character sheet. When actually, a dogma used all of Peep's healing.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a day. You know, I didn't plan for this.
No
So
plan fighting a Fey Queen right after a gruesome battle we just had.
Honestly, I didn't.
So right there
Yes.
for Shatter. And that's at 5th level, so DC 19.
All right.
The hand, the queen, and that one elf.
Well, so far from what I can tell, nothing different happens if you die in the Feywild. So, there's that.
Good to know.
Okay, here is the elf. What can I save? Con, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Here.
Constructs have disadvantage.
That's true.
Yeah.
Here's the elf. Here's the construct. Let's see, Constitution. Well, the con's pretty good, but disadvantage is also still pretty good. And you know my rolls. That's a 1. And that's a 20.
Yeah, we know your rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before you roll a 20.
Literally, we're flipping coins there.
Literally.
Go ahead and do your damage. It honestly might be enough to destroy the construct.
Don't forget about
Mab, the elf, the construct.
No. Oh, yeah, it could
Right.
also probably kill. You don't know how bad she is. Not looking great, but the
Probably not
elf. You
enough.
don't know if it'll outright kill the elf. He might be some incredible fighter, some legionnaire, dragoon, other soldier names that I can remember.
get to roll back.
He's probably gonna die.
27.
Immediately sparking and jolting into the air. Yeah, the man just dies. He had a 25. Just burns down to the ground as a thunderous boom, claps and guts him down.
The hand takes double that. Isn't it double or just disadvantage?
I think it's just disadvantage.
Okay.
Can you like do +3 more?
I mean, if you want.
Like in game.
Don't know.
I mean, we don't know how much health he has. Maybe he had 3 less health than you thought.
Maybe. Okay. Bursting into the air, you can tell that Mab is almost stricken down with the frontal assault of the thunderous boom. The elf next to her just hits the ground, collapsing with a total of 25 health left. Well, total. And the thunderous boom also shatters into the hand itself. The hand is broken down, fingers bent, the right thumb broken, pinky, index, and middle finger all broken down. You can tell that it's on its last 2, maybe 3 hit points left.
Can I see Mab's hand? Is her hand like in the same form as this huge one?
Examining her hand, you can tell that it has sustained a good amount of damage. While you didn't exactly hit her hand, you can tell that it is broken down, which can correlate to 2 different subjects. Morthos, go ahead and roll insight.
No.
Okay. You don't have to.
You're asking the one person that has the worst insight possible.
Do it.
You could roll a nat 20.
Yeah, about that not 20? Shut up.
It's potentially viable that the hand itself is connected to her in some way, potentially having some health that is removed from her by the hand. It might come back if the hand is destroyed, or it might come back if the hand is absorbed by the snow. She might be able to do other things with the hand. It might be able to be turned into a boot next.
Someone just put this bitch out of her misery.
Morthos, anything else? As you probably state that in and out of game.
How everyone else looking? Yeah.
Funny how he's how we all and then changes it.
You can tell that. Well, no, you can't. Q's on the ground, a massive pool of blood trickling.
So that's 13 to Ray.
Okay. Ray, before you were nearly out, and now you're back up to
I'm gonna move
almost clearing out.
here.
All right. Close enough that it can swipe you, or close enough to like touch Q's like face.
Just more so for Zen's sake. So if the hand goes after anyone, it will be me.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the hand does go towards someone. Unfortunately, it is not any of you.
Let's go on for
It does.
her.
Yeah. It immediately goes in and moves towards the armament of Mab. Without being close enough to actually touch the hand, I'm afraid you don't get an attack of opportunity unless you have a weapon that has reach. Otherwise, the hand then immediately grabs onto Mab and melts around her, cleaning off wounds, redressing her, the scattered flesh wounds, the cuts, the bruises. A good amount of, not all, but a good amount do get cleaned away. And the hand currently is dismissed. But it's also Cerulean's turn. And yeah, she doesn't like Q, but she also said she doesn't like
She doesn't
Q.
seem like the person to like anyone.
Yeah, that's true. But she was married to her best friend. Immediately, without resolve, care, whatever, all three of them do get an attack opportunity with their side weapons. Boom, boom, boom. Two of them do hit.
Thank goodness, use extra healing to get her back to full.
Yeah. Oh, right, she doesn't have blasting anymore. Doesn't care. Immediately goes in. Let's see here. Yeah, she'll use her maxed form spell, which is the current level 7. Da, da, da. All right. Rolling the dice and no, I'm gonna cheat in this one. I'm not gonna use her. Unfortunate roulette wheel. Can't make me. So this time I'm just gonna pick and choose her spell. Okay. Immediately a prismatic wand it jettisons out from her hand. As soon as that happens, a bolt of arrows comes out of the wand and shoots into the sky. As soon as that happens, a storm cloud rains above you. But instead of this rain, snow, sleet, or whatever falls down from the sky normally, white arrows descend from the sky into the ground behind her as well as on top of her. A volley of ice-shattering holy energy just sinks into the ground and buries the area with a pitchfork of flame and holy radiant energy. See if Mab can pass. With her modifier, she's just able to pass, but she still takes damage. Reduced down. Here. $8d8 plus 8. Immediately, the arrows sink into the ground and hurt her significantly. Perhaps this attack would have killed her outright, maybe wounded her heavily if she didn't immediately just heal. But she is still up and running, if not already worn and torn. And Q is still not looking great. Let's see, can she do it? That'd be 10, that'd be 15, so she'd be shy. No, I'm doing the math wrong. Rushing over towards Zen, rushing over towards Ray, Zen does look towards you. Do you have a diamond?
And I'll try and fish out one of the 500 GP ones I have.
Okay.
And I'll give it to her.
Alright. It's 25 feet. 30. It immediately begins to try to bring you back. Let's see here. Does she have the spell? Yes, she does. And immediately, Q, you're unconscious. But your blood, the bruises, aren't going away right now. But you are alive. For now. Iskar.
Revivify bring you back to 1?
You are... Yeah, that's right. Just barely conscious. For now. At the end of Zen's turn, Mab uses one of her legendary actions to summon a hand once more. This time, fully formed. It's gone.
Three times and then no more. I name you Mab, Queen of Air and Darkness, of the Winter Court. You shall fall by my hand. Three times and then no more. I name myself Iscariot Lux, your killer. I am going to drop concentration on greater invisibility as I get up to her. And I am instead going to cast Zephyr Strike.
You just want her to see the face of her killer.
She can already see me. But it's important that I cast it also. Because I would really like for this to kill her. I need this to hit. I have to now refresh my roll 20. Sorry, roll 20 was not working right. So yes, the nice thing about Zephyr Strike, it didn't post the spell. Okay, no, it didn't. It gives my first attack roll advantage. Hang on.
That does it. All right. The first initial strike booms in with a whopping 47. Zephyr Strike, in addition, 60, 66. Plus the additional D8, 72.
You don't count that first 20 and 6. That was just me casting Zephyr Strike. I was like, wait, where are all these numbers coming from?
Oh, 53.
Yes.
Yeah, 53. I'm doing math today. Immediately a massive boom ricochets into her cerebral cortex. A massive shot guns in, and her body simply shatters into dust. The hand soon after deforming and just landing on top of the ice and snow. With a simple yet effective strike, the woman unseen, sent by few, hits the ground motionless. Potentially, combat is over. That's true.
This is gonna get probably ugly.
Potentially. That team now regrouped together in the land of formerly ruled by the Fae Queen of Winter. He immediately regroups. You can see that the enemies don't actually attack you after this. As your team gets ready for an assault against you, the enemy elves just simply look towards one another. And then they themselves turn into ice and snow, deforming and becoming nothing.
Shit, what's gonna happen to Q?
You also turn into ice and snow and disappear.
Because I am Pat. She was my the one who held my pack.
Reforming back together, Zen currently has you in her arms, revivifying you at this moment in time. At this point in time, you are conscious, and you can tell that your benefactor has been laid to rest in the same typical fashion that. Well, it's not typical. It's just a gun wound, straight up. But it's something you've seen before. Zen's crying, but I'm not going to play that out. Honestly, she's emotionally distraught.
I didn't mean to sneak attack you with my healing.
I was about to
So-
say, the weird way of healing.
Yeah, I also heal with my gun. No.
But healing Q back up to plus an additional one, so 25. I think I did my math right. Yeah, whatever. 25. Q, you are back up, but in nowhere are you okay. But we'll soon find out. Figure that one out now, won't we? Your team, once reconvening, you can tell that Zen's distraught. Not happy at all. Cerulean then looks towards you, Q, and simply states, and that's it.
I just grin at her, then look back up at Zen.
Right now, she's just holding on to you, crying. Like, honestly, if I were going to play it out, which I'm not, it would be frantic, it would be panicked, it would be nearly losing someone she cares for immediately and out of nowhere.
Going to lean down and I guess, yeah, I can do it. That's it first. I'll touch Q's shoulder and use my last spell slot.
All right.
I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but if this is her domain, we should probably
Yeah.
leave it before whatever energy of hers that was holding this place together is used up.
I'll stand up.
All right.
I'll walk over to Matt. Did you say Mab's corpse disappeared?
It hits the ground, but it still remains. The hand fell to the ground, motionless and unresponsive. Almost forgot to get rid of one NPC. And the rest of the elves just turned to snow, melting away.
Alright, I'll walk over to her corpse. Or if Zen will let me.
She's walking with you, but she's not letting go.
I'll look down at her and just say, I told you we were gonna have a talk. You were gonna answer for some things. I'll then pull the sword, that cursed sword that I have, that we got from the Harbinger.
Mhm.
And I'm going to cut Mab's head off.
I'm gonna look at my character information for one quick second. Okay. Immediately binding your blade to the side, you rip through the rest of the remaining body, cutting her head in twain. Now body and, well, top no longer together.
Plus, I am no longer connected to you any longer. I am free now, and you have no hold on the dead. And I'll throw the head into the burning fire behind the corpse.
All right. You throw it into the fire, and while Ray is looking at it, Ray, go ahead and roll Arcana. The fire wasn't technically supposed to be there just yet. You just accidentally said. No, I accidentally said. No, I think it was Q. Said some. No, it was Iskar that said something on fire.
No, it was Cerulean when it was you.
No, it was Iskar with the exploding bomb.
No, it was.
No, it was Cerulean with the lightning bolt.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't have mattered because I did blow up everything the next turn.
That's
so.
true. Okay,
Yeah.
it was me
No,
and
place
then
blame where it
amplified.
belongs.
Whatever.
You gotta put the blame on the right person here.
Whatever. Me. I don't care at this point. At this current point. Ray, examine the information at hand. Looking at it, you can tell that's the ritual effect that's currently happening right now and there. Kicking the body immediately into the fire. Wait, was the body or the head? Q.
Just the head.
Okay. Looking at this, examining it, Ray, you can tell that some weird warping effect of magic that almost revitalizes, kindles, burns, and restarts something is set aflame.
Can
Well-
I try and pull the head out with my telekinesis?
Sure, but that's still not going to stop the effect.
Would I know anything that could stop the effect?
Yeah, you got a natural 20, so I'm going to tell you what exactly is going through your mind. The head hits and rolls into the pitch fire. As soon as that happens, some connection of the world reaches out, but can find no one. But it's still active. It still remains. You can tell that with Iskar's effect, from almost dying from making his wish, that is still at play. Iskar making and shooting the final blow is preventing her from being risen, being brought back. Death with Iskar is permanent. And in this situation, you can tell that the embodiment of Winter, at least this embodiment of Winter, has died, while the ritual is looking for what is not there.
I'll pick up her spear that she had.
She didn't have a spear.
Yes, she did. You stabbed
She
this.
had a sword that was
She had a
like
sword, yeah,
really
that's true.
big.
Like, it's made out of ice, though,
spear-ish.
but she does have that.
Well, not anymore.
She did have that.
I got it now.
The blade itself is technically classified as a longsword, but for you guys, it would be a spear. It would have an...
We'll probably have to identify this later.
You'd probably have to identify it, but it's made out of magic. That's straight up what it is.
And the head is still burning it tight in the fire, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go grab it.
I think you're immune to fire?
No, not anymore. I don't have that spell on.
Then you take a simple d6.
That's fine.
You take 4.
I don't
that.
even flinch while reaching in and grabbing it.
All right. Yeah, I feel like Zen would do this. She's gonna use her last high level spell. Q, you heal 70. Like, straight up 70.
Wow.
And Zen is now tapped out of magic.
I'll cast Identify. It's not on my spell list because I took it off one time when I didn't have it prepared and never put it back on. I don't think it's on my spell list, but I do have it prepared.
Okay, but it's no longer your spell. It's fine. What are you identifying?
The sword.
Identifying the sword, you can tell that it has appropriate measurement to what summoned it. It has a +3 to a strike and 2d6 to to damage. Cold. You can also tell that it is considered and classified as a living weapon, a weapon that is capable of evolving, growing as the wielder does. Due to the fact that it's no longer tethered to the individual that summoned it here, it doesn't have the additional attributes that grew alongside her, but it could potentially get other benefits to the one that has it upon them. However, identifying it can also lead to problematic situations, potentially. The blade itself can only be wielded by those of lawful evil alignment.
Alright. I'm still wearing that. I still have that holster that I had for the two-handed sword I had at one point. So I'm just gonna holster it for now.
All right, you holster it, like, turn it around so it's like holstered on your back, because again, it's spear size, but it is magical. If you do decide to attune to it, it will warp into a form that you can hold it.
I'll still have map head in hand and grab Zen's hand and just start walking towards the portal.
Ray's gonna point at the head and ask Zol or Iskar, did you want that?
I'm carrying the head.
Yeah, I was asking if Iskar wanted it.
Uh,
I mean, he's the one that seemed determined to kill her.
Well,
no, it's
And he did kill her.
Technically, would be Iskar's trophy on this one.
it is of no concern to me anymore if Miss Bishop takes the head.
Well, are we done here then?
I'll catch up in just a moment. I
I'll,
do believe that we're done here.
I did have a thing I needed to talk to Iskar. I forgot before as we're walking. Q kind of lets go of her hand and walks over to Iskar. Give me a second. I'm trying to make sure I say this right so that I don't bring meta knowledge in. Q knows that you're connected to Tanya, correct? Like a base connection or something?
I believe everyone knows that Zold made and broke a pact with Titania in some way, shape, or form. Or
Who's
at least,
Zold?
like...
Yeah, who is
Iskar.
Zold?
Yeah, who is Zold?
I mean, Iskar.
Iskar like made a pact with Titania and in some way, shape, or form used subterfuge to get around his end of the deal. And everyone kind of knows that much, I think.
Q look at him and says, "Are you able to contact her?"
I don't know if she'd want to listen to me.
Tell her I need to speak with her.
She'll listen to me.
Okay, I mean, I'll give it a shot. And I'll step back and over here and Titania, Queen of Summer. Titania, Queen of Light and Warmth. Third and finally, I name you again. Titania, the Summer Queen. Summon here so that we may beseech.
You can hear the wind, the rustling sounds of the winter storm, dying out and coming undone. But no answer, no call is given out and connecting. Either two things have happened. There is an imbalance within the Feywild causing a rupture to make this preventable. Or, potentially, she is already here. Somewhere close by.
Hey, Dogma.
Yes!
In your chat, your stream chat, that's the command for getting rid of the bots.
I don't care. Thank you, though. But yes, Iskar, no answer is coming.
I'll be honest, I didn't think that would work anyway. Again, I don't think we're on the most pleasant of terms. I think I might understand what might be going on here. My death is not something that can be avoided. But the aspect of winter, it's something that's a little bit too old to go away, I think.
How many points do I have left?
Of health?
No, of to hunt hunts on my rod.
9.
Well, let's go rest. There is somewhere I'd like to go in the morning. I would like you there, Iskar, but I understand if you do not wish to go concerning the circumstances, but
I think I'll be fine, but if you all wouldn't mind staying for just a moment longer, I think I know what I have to do.
I mean, I'm in no rush right now. It doesn't seem like the realm's collapsing at a fast pace. So
Ray's gonna point at over where the triangle is and say, well, it seems to be trying to come back to life, but can't since Iskar killed her. So be careful about doing anything over there.
Fortunately, careful has not been part of the plan so far.
hold this, and I toss the head to Iskar.
Q, I think I know what I need to do here.
Don't step in the fire.
Cerulean, please try and talk some sense into him.
I got some business with Mav still. How is connection with the
How's what?
my pact?
It's undeterminable at the moment in time. You can tell that something's still there, at least for the moment in time.
Q.
It's looking for something, Ray said. I'm gonna walk up with this car.
Okay. Okay. I think all the enemy tokens are underneath it.
I'm gonna stand right next to the fire too.
Ray backs up. Cerulean's gonna get closer. So does Morthos, apparently. Ray gets a little closer now, curious.
Thinking what I'm thinking, Q?
Maybe as Q walks into the fire.
Oh yeah, his enemy only tries to tackle you down. Also catching flame.
Iskar is going to head in one hand grab the body of Mab underneath the shoulder and walk into the fire as well.
I'm just gonna swat away Zen's hand and continue into the fire itself.
Yeah, she's gonna follow you. Doesn't matter what you try to do. She's already told you more than once. And Cerulean being Cerulean, not able to fully say her feelings, being the circumstances that she has been brought up in, soon follows after. Not in a hurry, but also not worried. There is no emotion behind her actions, her movements. Most of the team goes into the fire, but the first ones to arrive in it are Q and Iskar. Morthos, is there anything you do?
Seeing as I am the one that's most immune to fire, I mean, stuff like this hasn't stopped them before. So fuck it, let's go.
Okay. For some reason, Ray, your team has decided to just jump into the flames of a burning ritual that has not ended, even though the spellcaster has died technically. Is there anything you?
I'm gonna get closer and observe, since opportunities like this don't come up very often.
That's fair. I'm gonna see if any of you meet the conditions.
I mean, the closest to connected to Mab in the group.
Why don't we take a 5-minute break
Yeah.
for Dog to
Yeah.
figure out what the fuck is going on here? Because
Yeah.
we're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I really need it. I'm gonna be off mic for a bit, muting everything, including you guys. 5 minutes. Take a break.
Did you catch on to what I'm thinking, Hunts?
I think
because you did go against your own patron.
Yeah.
But
So
I
there's
want
still
it.
that little.
All right. I'll be.
What?
We don't even know if connection to Mab is what matters here. It might be the connection to Winter more than anything.
Yeah. Give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, do your thing. Mute yourself when you're in the bathroom. Rather not hear that.
Oh, like what happened when I was playing Final Fantasy 14.
Thankfully enough, I didn't catch that.
I said when I was playing Final Fantasy 14, I was part of a free company. So
Yeah.
one guy, instead of muting his mic, he thought he muted it, but he didn't, and we got to hear the sound effects. So lovely.
Smooth.
He literally logged out of Discord and everything for like half an hour. He was so embarrassed.
Fair.
Alright, I'm gonna switch back.
All right. I'm back.
Well, I'm out.
Yeah. I have the closest connection to Winter of the group.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
I don't know. Cerulean's a bit of an ice queen.
No, that's just her personality.
Okay. We're not having a pissing contest this time.
Okay. How's everyone looking? Bathroom, steaks, food, drinks, not necessarily in that order.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Let's do this.
All right. The team, minus Ray, jumps into the pitch fire, not really sure of this unfinished ritual. While the team, not really sure of what is about to happen, all leap in, either by faith, by necessity, by desire, or by curiosity. And Morthos because he's resistant to fire and doing for the lulz. No cat, don't bite. Ray watches as her entire team is engulfed in flames, and the entity that you had just defeated goes into the fire as well. The remaining body and head. As soon as this happens, the pitch fire burns brightly, ignites almost the night sky, and if I had the graphics for it, it would melt the snow beneath everyone's feet completely away. I'm afraid I don't have a map for that. But the spell, the unfinished ritual, tethers and binds into anything and everything it can get its hands on. The unconscious body and the conscious ones that had decided to jump in. As soon as this happens, each one of you feel a distinctive burning sensation within your heart. And then it envelops and courses into your veins, burning the blood beneath and in you as it begins to burn brightly and outwardly. As soon as this happens, you can tell that your heartbeats, each and every one of you, hears boom, 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 heavily in your ears. You can hear the heartbeat. Ray, in all of this, you just see each and every one of your teammates going through this ritual pact. Whatever this is, was trying to bring Map back to life for one reason or another. You got a natural 20, so you're able to tell that much, but you were not necessarily able to tell what the spell itself does afterwards, as it was incomplete.
Question.
Yes.
Since I can't access the book, the Feywild Pact ability that I get at level 1 from connecting to the Fey. I don't think it's in my character sheet.
Let's see, level 1. Pact with
A presence?
Yeah, Fate Presence. Starting at level 1, your patron bestows upon you the ability to project the beguiling and fearsome presence of the Fae. As an action, you can cause each of a creature in a 10-foot cube originating from you to make a wisdom saving throw against your warlock spell save DC. The creatures that fail their saving throws are all charmed or frightened by you, your choice, until the end of your next turn. Once you use this feature, you can't do it until you finish a short long rest.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's not helping in this case.
Well, it'll if I think if it's gonna work the way I was thinking, it's not gonna do anything to the fire, but the people around me. And I would actually like to do that to see if I can get them afraid of me and to run out of the fire.
That wouldn't help in this case. Each of you are being affected. In fact, that just might make things worse for everyone, I suppose, now that I think about it.
I think the line of thinking was that they wanted to become the only option for the magic.
No, I get that. It's just the way it reads or the way it's been read to me, it would not negate anything that is connecting with anyone else. It just might make them bodily more viable to potential destruction or potential connection. I'm not going to say which way because you don't exactly know currently how the spell, ritual, whatever this is going. So, Q, if you want to activate it before you feel this form taking a hold of you, you can, but that might just make things worse for everyone else.
Nah. I was more along the lines of wanting them to get out of the fire, but if that's not going to work. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, if that's not going to... Alright.
Okay. Each one of you hears the heartbeat again and again within your ears. And as soon as that happens, the fire is no longer a pressing matter of danger. While you do sustain fire damage, honestly, as of right now, that truly doesn't matter. Each one of you is bound and tethered together by this incomplete ritual. And as soon as it tries to complete itself with no known pattern or course, no real object other than the ones it can grab onto, each of the heartbeats, 1, 2, 3, and after 4, you no longer hear the heartbeat anymore. Whatever has just happened, it has happened to your body immediately after the pitch fire takes hold of the heart and blood. soon reaching the mind itself. And as soon as that happens, each one of you hits the ground. And I want each one of you to go ahead and make 3 immediate death saves.
So, quick question.
Yes.
Can Q give in to it without rolling?
So are you asking to fail all, or are
Or-
you trying to ask to succeed all?
Well,
No.
someone failed 3.
That was Q. I had rolled it before she started talking.
Never mind.
I'm gonna say we negate those because Q was asking a question.
That's fine. That's what I wanted to do. To fully accept, like, it basically accept what's going to happen.
Okay.
But on this, what if we have something that lets us save automatically?
Depends on what you have.
Green Vengeance. When you have to make a death saving throw at the start of your turn, you can instead spring back to your feet with a burst of radiant energy. You regain hit points equal to half your hit point maximum, and then you stand up if you so choose. And then each creature of your choice that is within 30 feet of you takes radiant damage equal to 2d8 plus your charisma modifier and is blinded until the end of your current turn.
Damn. Okay. Morthos immediately prepared. Do you? I suppose choose to succeed.
Yeah, I'm just so.
Okay. Oh, well, let me take a look at the rolls first. So with Iskars, that is
He failed 2 and saved 1.
so pass, fail. Let's see, Cerulean, fail, pass. Let's
Q.
see here. Q failed all 3. And then passed, failed. Okay, I am missing 1, I think. Oh no, wait, Morthos auto succeeded.
Cheated.
Hey, not my fault. I have a celestial patron.
Immediately the body burns into you. Whatever this presence is, hits you immediately and outright. And each one of you goes down. As soon as it happens, however, Morthos springs back to life. Not dead, however, at the moment in time when you reopen your eyes, in that moment in time, Morthos, I'm not going to count the time I accidentally brought you down to 0 because you weren't there for that, but this is the 3rd time you went down to near death. As soon as it happens, you see in your mindscape once more before being released from something, from someone. You look at the ground around you, the surrounding darkness before you open your eyes, and you see 2 final slashes into the ground itself. All 7 complete. As you wake up and you notice everyone on the ground. Pass, fail, pass, fail, pass, fail. Not moving. Not going anywhere. Not doing anything. They simply hit the ground and nothing has happened. As soon as this happens, Morthos, you immediately feel the vibrating emotion around you. Whether your own, Ray's, or the people that hit the ground, no longer feeling anything, no longer looking around, no longer alive. The storm begins to rage. Whether it's your own emotion or not, it does not matter at this point. The clear grass underneath your feet that was there at a moment ago, when the ritual was trying to complete itself, now begins to wave in a wind, begins to whistle in form, and begins to bury you in this wind. As soon as this happens, tears begin to form in your eyes and go down, but stop midway below your cheek. As you examine this, you see it is not stopping because it simply had no more give, but it turned into ice. And as soon as that happens, the wind becomes crisp, and a storm outside of your own emotions breaks out and covers the ground once more in sleet and snow. In a moment, like before, the ground is once more winter. But now, 4 bodies on the ground, motionless.
I guess I'm gonna try and move and investigate, see if they are completely dead, or
Ray, as you begin to examine Morthos, examining your other friends that had collapsed, that are not moving anymore, you can tell that the ritual has yet to end. Either it can't, or something else is going on. Whatever has happened, however, you can tell that Morthos' form created this storm, and now you can see them with almost blue crystal horns pearlescent in the not the sky, in the light. Their eyes a crisp blue. Something in them has completely and potentially permanently has changed.
I hate you, Dogma.
Hey, Morthos. I don't think you're helping here. You look a little different.
Kind of look back at Ray. What?
Your horns are a little bit different, and your eyes.
I will summon my sword out.
Summoning out your sword, it does bring and come out just fine. However, instead of just popping into air, forming bit by bit, or just completely materializing out of nowhere, it first materializes out of ice, and then it forms into your true blade after being thawed out.
Oh, shit. I'll kind of look at the flat of the blade for my reflection. And just,
Peering at it, you can tell that you may or may not have gotten like contacts to get eye color changes, nice polish on your horns. No, you can clearly tell the difference.
Any idea what to do here, Ray?
How long has it been since
Less than a minute, maybe like the first 15 seconds of this stance. These are quick actions, momentum. Oh, oops, they're not supposed to be there again. Ignore them!
what I was gonna ask is, how long has it been since well, I guess I pulled Q out of the ice, well, the pond.
Since then, 10 minutes, give or take. No,
Okay.
yeah, 10 minutes, give or take.
Should I get their bodies out of here?
Well, being in there doesn't seem to have helped you or them at all, so
So, I
out
guess
of character, can I determine if that'd be a good or a bad thing?
Their bodies are set on fire, like, They are not getting up, and the fire is not helping.
So get their bodies out.
Hunter, you were saying.
My death ward was still active. Would that do anything?
Oh, yeah. Is it reliant on the caster?
No, it's without concentration.
Let me take a look at the ritual, but it might. Morthos, but you were saying.
I was just going to get them out of the fire at this point to see if maybe we can help them.
Because being on fire hasn't done anyone any favors.
That's fair. No. Sorry. Yes, Morthos, you're able to do that. But Iskar, you technically didn't go to 0. The ritual took grasp of your life.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good call. It might have, but unfortunately the wording isn't there. Which reminds me, now that you're unconscious, you technically don't have it anymore. But Morthos, do you move with them, or Ray, do you move with them out of the fire?
I think Morthos was trying to move them out of the fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try and at least get them outside of the fire.
You begin to move one by one out of the fire that has consumed their body. Do you bring out Mab's form out of the fire, or leave it there?